female over here on the left. Greater kudus are the largest antelope in the forest. The males can weigh 750 pounds and have huge horns. The females don't grow horns, and they only reach about 500 pounds, so that's a girl. If you look over your heads at the animal spotting guides up there, you can see a picture of a male greater kudu. On the right side of the river, there's an okapi over there by the fence. Okapis are rare reclusive animals. They live in dense jungle and are seldom seen. Despite the stripes on their legs, they're not related to zebras. They're actually the only living relative of the giraffe. They're the forest version of giraffes. Watering holes like the one on the left often give us a chance to see rare animals we might not otherwise encounter. Everybody comes down for a drink sooner or later during the day. That gives us an opportunity to spot an animal or two sometimes. So let's see if there's anybody down here. This big black and white bird on the right is a saddle-billed stork. That's a female. Saddlebills get their name from that yellow patch on the beak that looks like a miniature English saddle. They're the tallest storks. They can stand 5 to 6 feet tall, have a wingspan of 8 to 9 feet. One of the few birds that can walk up to you and look you right in the eye. Now up on the top of the hill in front of us, there's a black rhinoceros laying there in the rocks. Black rhinos are one of the most endangered species in Africa. Hundreds of thousands have been killed for their horns. As a result, there's only about 5,000 black rhinos left in all of Africa. And even on the reserves, they're not even safe on reserves. Yep, there he goes. The white birds over here on the left with the red faces are yellow-billed storks. They're carnivorous like all storks, and they'll try to eat anything smaller than they are, including other birds. So they're usually by themselves. Now the black rhino is not really black, it's gray like all rhinos. They get their name from the black mud of the forest. Rhinos wallow in the mud to coat their skin, protected from parasites and insects. And the mud here in the forest is usually black, so that's how they got their name, black rhino, from wearing the black forest mud. We're coming up to the Safi River over the hill here. The Safi River is a gathering place for Nile hippos. The Nile hippopotamus is one of the largest animals in Africa. Baby hippos weigh 85 pounds when they're born. A full-grown adult male hippo can tip the scales somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000 pounds. Hippos spend their days in the water resting and sleeping. They come out in the evening to graze on the grasses along the riverbanks during the night. Hippos are herbivores, and an adult can consume about 150 pounds of grass in one night. Hippos can stay submerged underwater 5 to 10 minutes at a time, so watch for bubbles. You never know when one's going to surface. The big birds on the island on the left are pink-backed pelicans. They're unique amongst pelicans. They're the only ones that nest and roost in trees. All other pelicans nest and roost on rocks and cliffs. Here's a couple of hippos in the water here on the left. And some more at this end of the island. Get a closer look.
It's standing on its back.
That's because they're not made out of rubber. Here's one walking around. Hippos get around by walking on the bottom. They're neutrally buoyant, which makes them virtually weightless in the water. So they can tiptoe on the bottom very gracefully, and they're using their front toes